Okay. There we go. All right. I think that's working now. Stegs, you're a lifesaver, by the way. Didn't know we had an audio issue at the start of that. I was talking to literally myself. Oh, dear goodness. All right, so we are back and about to jump into a couple of other things. All right. There we go. Hopefully this is all working again. Let's do that. Doctors, firefighters, me, same company. King Steggy saving lives. What have you been up to, Stegs? Hope you've been well, my friend. What games are you excited for these days? Damn, that horse is so big. I also don't know if Diablo is quite your cup of tea, but I appreciate you coming on in here and saying hello and letting me know that there was the audio issue. That was gnarly. All right, so let's go. Okay, so we have a hell tide going on right now. It looks like there actually is not. Be a good opportunity to maybe jump into a nightmare dungeon while I'm at it and just sort of like do our thing. All right, do that. Here we go. Putting Unreal 5, excited to get mine going. Dabbled for a bit, but got distracted. I hear ya. So. Learning Unreal 5, excited to get mine. So what are you looking to get going? Like making games, or? I have it in my head that I would like to learn how to do video game programming. I don't know. I have no background in coding, though. My parents, when I was a kid, like I had the opportunity to enter into a computer programming class, and they basically said, like, you've got ADHD and we don't think you'll be able to do it. And that was basically the end of that. They also said the same thing about learning how to play piano. Needless to say, I've got issues now. Turning up the volume, by the way. Too loud. It might be a little different. Why is that guy so tanky? I just want to stand in the That'll get better. Kick. Oh yeah, so Stegs, you know, along with anybody else who might be listening. What we're going to be doing is like diversifying our content a little bit. You know, like there's plenty of games that I really enjoy that just tragically aren't. You know, I haven't built an audience around that sort of stuff. So this is going to be where we get together to have some fun for people who are at least interested in this sort of stuff, or at least like an after party. You know, I spend 8 hours plus every day on Twitch, but like I'm basically taking a second shift now. Is what we're doing. A bit louder than you, thanks for the feedback. Let me go ahead and turn that down. All right. Hey. Ow. Make my own game something that I think you'd love. Does it have anything to do with monsters and ranching by chance? I don't know. That's my first thought process when someone says something like that. Woo! My goodness. This is gonna be a good out for me. Like making content is great, but being able to actually like play this and have fun with it and enjoy it and have no stresses about it and have it just be whatever it is, I'm definitely into that. Hit him there. So I heard that a grandfather had dropped recently. That's pretty exciting news. And again, for people who might be joining or watching the VOD after the fact, apparently that's VODs are apparently popular on YouTube, unlike Twitch. You know, we'll be discussing Leap Quake. I've made the decision that, you know, only under a most dire of circumstances would I abandon this build. Like, it would have to literally become not fun for me. Man, see, right now, I'm still testing out not having a basic attack. I don't feel I've been, like, needing it, but my goodness, does it feel strange, like, when your cooldowns do run out, and you're, like, standing there with nothing but your hands, and you're just like, oh, man, I feel foolish. I want to do something, and there's nothing to do. There's something to do with open world wrestling, take Shadows of War, plus WWE 2K, plus GTA. Now, are we talking like that Battle Royale game that was about wrestling previously? Or is this like going across town to catch an indie venue? Like open world MMO contract wrestling thing. This is an interesting premise. I like the idea of it already. Oh, he made me look stupid. Come here, you. Come here, you. Oh, still have more Animus to... What? This is a very small looking map. Where is... What? Oh, wait a minute. No, okay, I'm wrong. I could go through the door. Ah, that's the other thing too. I'm not used to having a cry on my, or shout on my bar. So, what was a basic attack is now a buff, and it's rough. 100% decided on the main focus, but I want a Shadows of War style title hunt, complete with player intervention for the climb to the top. That's cool, pal. I love the idea of it. I can't wait to hear more. And yes, you're right. I totally am interested in that. So if you need any help, you let me know, and maybe we'll see what I can do. But very exciting. I'm wishing you luck on that. So do you have any coding background experience, like leading into that, or is it something that you're looking to get into? Oh, it feels so good. Feels so good. And no guns, which makes my job 1,000 times harder because I need to animate a lot of moves from scratch. And no guns? Software developer for 20-ish years. You know, I feel like that never really came up in discussion over the years that you've been around the channel. Either that or I feel like I wasn't really, oh God, I wasn't really aware of that. So sorry about not knowing that, unless you haven't really been sharing that, but that's cool to know. I would love to get into coding, but I don't know if I've got the brain for it these days. I'm not sure how getting back into a class situation would go. Yeah, look at this. Heck yeah. Get out of my face. So Steg said, do you have any experience though with art otherwise? Like, are you like, all right, well, I guess I have to learn how to draw now. Like that sort of thing? There we go, there we go. Oof. If it was drawing, I'd be screwed. I can't even make stick figures. So tell me then what you would be doing. Would you just be like buying assets off of like the Unity store, or like straight up hiring someone else to do it? Are you looking to like fund this entirely like on your own and do as much in-house work as possible? Leap Quake! The buffs are so juicy. They're so juicy. Mother's Chosen. That's quite the name. Beautiful. And that. Gonna head up here. All right, and getting in there. Just gotta make a big old mess of the battlefield, getting all of these earthquakes polluting this battlefield. This guy's damage resistance. Okay, all right, you're gonna... I don't know what I did to kill that so quickly. It must have been a crit. I was half looking at chat. Don't know what happened, but I'll take it. I love seeing that. So far, I'm doing all the computer stuff myself. Once I get close to the alpha systems, I'm going to be reaching out for voice actors and musicians. And you're at the top of my list for VA. Excellent, pal. Listen, well, let's, I would love to talk more about that. Because it would be an honor to work with you on a project, especially if it's one that you're feeling so passionate about. You know? I personally, like, I think it would be difficult to do. Like, we've got a lot of people in our community that are programmers. I don't know how it would work, but like, it would be so cool to have you, me, Meow, Koro, to name a few people trying to make something. But I think it could get a little muddled, you know. I'm also not entirely certain how ready I am to contemplate opening another gaming studio. We basically have a fun little thing that, like, we've got a friend that we've been working on some visual novels for a while, but work's just really gotten in the way of stuff. So like it's always been something that I've wanted to do. Admittedly, I was always hoping that we could do something other than visual novels, but that was what we were trying to do because we thought it would be easy at first. And it was going pretty well, but you know, just other things going on, new job situations, Twitch stuff going on, YouTube stuff going on. It all starts with an idea, then a project document. Well, it's one of those things where, like, I'm a very ignorant person when it comes to, like, the real world of business logistics. So, like, you know, I think I could make a really solid pitch deck, but do I know what it takes to gainfully employ people from scratch for something like that? Not entirely, and it certainly would be a lot of learning for me too. Heading on over to here. Yeah, come here, you. Oh, it's so fun. Damn it, I didn't drink a potion. I gotta do some hell tides. I'm starting to run out of elixirs. I say with stacks of them, but I got FOMO. I got a fear of missing out or fear of running out. Some FORO, fear of running out. Thought about that route because I've seen Patreon earnings for those games, but decided that if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it what I really want first. I thought about that route because I've seen Patreon earnings for those games. Like, what kinds of games, if you don't mind me asking? But decided that if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do what I really want first. So why couldn't you do something on Patreon for something you really want? I had also thought about, like, starting a company to do modules for Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. Nah, that ghost is gonna stay haunting. Oh, Patreon for visual novels. Are we talking about, like, ones that dip into the not safe for work kind of, like, element? Because that's what, full disclosure, that's what, you know, Meow being a part of our project was the bread and butter. Was working on that. We figured that we would tap into the illustrious business of adult video games. Hell yeah, Paragon point. Will, strength, dex int, And we need willpower for that, so we'll step on over to there. Them and others, I hear you. I mean, if you want to, like, consider talking about more stuff like this, Stegs, there's, you know, the person that was working on our programming stuff, he works at Boston Dynamics, and he just got a job there, and he's been working his tail off, and we've been kind of like, you know, putting things on the shelf. If that's anything that you would have an interest in, if you want to do like visual novels or anything like that, at some point. But we definitely got Meow, who's ready to do that. Admittedly, see, I feel like I can safely say this here because my friend doesn't know that I do things on YouTube because I don't, you know, this is kind of like a new thing for me. But he's kind of been a little bit of a flake in it as well. So like we've been kind of like not sure if he's been totally into it. What's your visual novel written in Ren'Py? We were looking at doing Ren'Py, but we were also thinking that, like, you know, we started with scripting stuff, and he was looking into learning Ren'Py and all that. But he said that he felt that it would be better just to straight up learn Unity and not cut the corners for it. Which I think was a great idea, but I think also it set us up to not really be in a spot to be operational right away. But Ren'Py wasn't what we thought because we figured it would be easy to do. There we go. All right, a little bit of loot. Grab that key. Try and grab that. There we go. Oh man, I don't even know what I want to level up anymore. Like glyph-wise, 10% reduced time for fortify. I almost feel like I should do like level 21 on stuff here. Agreed. Unity UE5 would be cake for me since it'd be existing art on top of coding to change scenes. If that's something that you know how to do, or well, you said you're starting to learn that stuff, right? But yeah, that's literally what, you know, our friend was starting to do, you know, when they could. How many glyphs am I supposed to be expected to have leveled to 15 or 21 on this? I guess I don't really know. This is the woes of being a new Diablo player and very passionate about it. It's not sure what's actually good. Or how many boards we're gonna have. I'm actually really gummed up on another board. I guess I'll start working towards level 21, right? Like, why not? Do they have any more EXP on that? Nope. Okay, so teleporting on out of here. Honestly, take a look at UE5's blueprint code system. You might be able to work with that easier than a wall of text. Okay, I'll consider that. Good advice, Stegs. Thank you. All right, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and just immediately jump into another one. Just getting some grind on. 36. Stormbane's Wrath. Lightning Storm. I get killed by Lightning Storm every now and then. Like, I don't like using Lightning Storm because, like, it slows me down. I want to go full tilt, full throttle, leap quaking all the time. And Lightning Storm makes me stop. So why am I doing it? I don't know. I just want the EXP. I just want the EXP. Okay. Bum, 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 ba-da-bum, bum, bum. Okay. And by the way, welcome to anybody who may be joining us. I see we have a couple of lurkers. Love lurkers in channels. For those of you guys who might be just like looking for Leap Quake build information, we do have videos up on that for our channel. And this is my first ever YouTube stream. I streamed elsewhere for 10 years. I've been on Twitch for 10 years, and this is new territory for me. So we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna have some fun. Right now, we're kind of working on some build variations for what we're doing here. This is, as I said before, this is Leap Quake, but we're kind of working on something kind of like Fear Quake is what I'm kind of tentatively thinking we might call it. Basically, we've replaced our primary weapon with a newly dropped Butcher's Cleaver that we got. So, kind of thinking that rather than straight up going for defensiveness when trying to push higher tier content, you know, like the higher nightmare dungeons, that maybe, just maybe, fear could be a good way of mitigating that. Okay. And over here, you know, we're not going to be out damaging Whirlwind, 3-Shout, Hoda, or anything like that, but my goodness, is this build just fun! Just to jump all over. All right. Ramio! What's up, bud? Good to see you. There's a familiar face. Yeah, for right now, you know, as I'm kind of like working on the YouTube stuff, I figured that we're gonna do some after parties. We're gonna just have some like quick, dirty little streams here for people who are interested in this stuff. You know, might even do some other extra TWF things. You know, like truth be told, with TWF, something that I would love to do with that, it's so much work. I would love to do like actual scripted videos for that and feature everyone's custom characters and kind of like have time to edit it. Because I'll be honest, the thing that kills me with doing the TWF content is the loading screens and the time it takes to book and whatnot. Like, something goes wrong every time. Like 2K Games has basically said they don't know how to fix the problem that they're having with it. You know, like the bookings of matches not saving between screens. So like, I think it would be so much more of a better experience for everyone if I just edited the whole damn thing, and we actually had a clean show that ran for like action-packed 2 hours at a time. Diversify that portfolio. That's basically what we're looking at. And well, as you guys know, Twitch changed, you know, the contract stuff moving forward. And what that means is that, you know, I actually have a very, like one of the preferred sub-splits that you hear so much about, you know, Boogeyman and all of that on Twitch. But when it comes to making a side channel, I also would be subjected to the additional 20% of the income that they want to like just take away from creators. So I thought that maybe I'd pump the brakes on doing a side Twitch channel for right now and maybe actually work on the multicast elsewhere. But again, absolutely no intention of diminishing my stream time during the daytime hours on Twitch. So, but we'll see how it goes. It's humble beginnings. It's kind of terrifying, you know, going from 500-600 viewers to 6. It's a whole different ball game. And the content that I'm going to be doing on here is not necessarily stuff that, you know, our regulars on Twitch are accustomed to. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It's just such a shame I can't multi-stream it because, like, I think YouTube is a better content platform for stuff like Warhammer, for example. But, you know, all my pals and Warhammer fans are on Twitch that I know of. Zixie! What's up, pal? Good to see ya. Welcome, Zixie. How's your day, bud? Thanks for stopping in. Really appreciate you guys. This is history right now. This is my first time, like, you know, not streaming on Twitch. Granted, like, you know, I wouldn't be streaming at, you know, I wouldn't be starting a stream at 7 p.m. my time anyways. But and that's basically part of it. So for those of you guys who might be wondering, well, you know, I wouldn't mind having like 200 viewers streaming at like 7 o'clock at night. But the thing is that my sponsors hate that. The problem with that is that it actually really harms my ability to cultivate sponsors and keep that going. Because they take a look at my analytics and they'll be like, well, looks like you had 150 viewers on Thursday, July 48th at 8 p.m. Want to talk about what happened there? You know, because what that does is it impacts your average concurrency. So it's basically like deciding to take a hit for the sake of fun that actually has really damaging, rippling consequences. Puzzle game! What's up, bud? Good to see you. Raise Gires. I'll try and remember how to pronounce that and that's you. Thanks for stopping in, pal. Again, really appreciate you guys. The gang's all here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I get to claim first for the YouTubes. Stegs, you were the first one in the door. You were the first one in. And you helped me troubleshoot a sound problem that I had. And you know what, Stegs? I love you for it, bud. All of you who tuned into this, like, you guys have no idea how much it means to me to see like 5 or 6 regulars from my Twitch channel. You know, we've got 200,000 followers on Twitch, and you know, less than you should experience like a less than 1 to 5% of your audience to come and check you out on other platforms, and it just means a lot to me. I just want you guys to know that. Like I'm really excited to see, you know, like the 5, 6, 7 of you guys in here. It means a lot. So thanks for taking the time to at least come and say hello. And hopefully we'll have a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do some other funky things. Maybe do some D&D streams. But for right now, I figured that I would, you know, start with content that I really like and might not necessarily be good for everyday stuff on Twitch, such as Diablo. I never thought I would fall in love with Diablo like this, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. I know that. That's why I'm here, because I want to have fun with it, but I also don't want to trade in my variety casting license, you know? Hey, Lighthawk, what's up, bud? Good to see you. This is the very first stream that we've done. Very first one. You can expect content on this channel to be aimed more at stuff that maybe we've done at first on Twitch and then maybe like moved on from. You know, like if it's not an appropriate time for a Total War Warhammer stream, but I'm feeling it, I might just boot it up here. Oh, jeez. Let's see. I think the current climate is worth considering alternative streaming platforms such as this, but it's terrifying to me, you know, because we've got a lot of people that really like heavily support us on Twitch, you know, like you guys. Steggy is one of them, you know, especially too, and it's I don't want to upset our existing viewer base, not because of like support, but because we've had 10 years of history with some people, you know, and it can be very easy for people to think, well, like, why not just spend more time here? Like, aren't we enough? And I wish that I could, but it's Twitch is making it really hard to do that without kind of like damaging what I've got going on. So I'm hoping that the people who see me going from Twitch to YouTube don't view me as like ditching our existing community, because it's not that at all. It's really the furthest from it. In reality, I'm trying to figure out ways that I can keep this 10-year train rolling. You know, I want to be here for at least 10 more. I would absolutely love painting stream where you tackle your custodians and some chill game music. That like you literally hit a nail on the head for like the kind of content that I would want to do. Now, admittedly, I would also like to do that on Twitch, so I will be doing that on both. But like I can already see in my head what that's going to look like day to day. Like Burke and I have plans to do tabletop streams and you know, podcasty style. You know, discussions about Warhammer and all of that. But like, yeah, I would love to just have it be like 7 o'clock and I feel like putting together some Warhammer models and having some chill company for that time. But like right now, you know, it's not much. It ain't much, but it's honest work. My Diablo videos are doing better than anything I've ever done on YouTube. Which isn't much. You know, like as a full-time streamer who doesn't have all of that you money, it's, you know, a working class streamer as I refer to myself. I only have so many hours in the day to do stuff. And I don't have like, you know, hired people really to do stuff for me. Though I am probably going to invest in an editor because I think I'm going to need more time in the day, like I was saying. So Twitch is where we took off. So I just spent so much time there and I couldn't even really think about other things. You know, I wish I had time to do more YouTube content. You know, before I got into clinical psychotherapy, before being a content creator, I was doing like a lot of film production classes. I really thought that I would be like working in television or directing or something like that. Or something more media related, you know? Speaking of Adeptus Custodes, though. Speaking of Adeptus Custodes, man, they are hard to paint. For an army that's supposed to just be gold and more gold, I have a hard time painting custodians, and I don't know why. Their models are so intricate. They have so many nooks and crannies. It's just so difficult. You know? Let's go, lovely Meow Yin. How are ya? You're all witnessing history right now. The very first YouTube stream. The very first stream anywhere not Twitch in a decade. This is the beginning of something intimate and new. And you know, it's really like a different creative outlet for me too. I love editing videos. I'm not very good at it. Like, you know, the last time I really was experienced in doing editing was when Adobe was on a disc and cost $2,500. And I was in college. Like it's very cathartic. It's very relaxing for me to edit something and see something come from that, I guess. I don't know. But anywho, I wasn't expecting, you know, like being totally honest, not to think down on myself or anything, but like, you know, the reality of things, I wasn't even expecting to have like 3 people in here today. So having 5, 6, 7, 8, that's really cool. I was expecting to basically be monologuing, you know, and discussing the Leap Quake build for any potential VOD watchers. But here we are. We've got some of our cool regulars from Twitch, and we're talking about Warhammer and game production. Oh, Meow, speaking of which, Stegs is getting into game design. You know, no plans or anything, but we had talked, you know, very briefly in the last, like, you know, hour about you know, visual novels and things like that. Let's see. Meow and I played a little Starship Troopers with some of her VTube friends. That was pretty fun. Bloodlust is such a fun perk in that. We're literally talking about everything but Diablo right now. And I'm okay with that. It's day one. Keeping it casual. But for those of you guys who may be watching the VOD, or may be new to the stream, if there's someone here that's not from our Twitch community. What's up? I'm Tangent. I'm a 10-year streamer. I've been streaming for 10 years, about 9 of them full-time. And I've been working on Leap Quake in Diablo 4. I've got a video guide for it. I'm trying to push it as far as I can go. It was just recently buffed. And it's good to make all of your acquaintances, for those of you guys who are stopping on in. Ramio? Wait a minute. Oh God, I almost died. Ramio, did you just use my Twitch PayPal tip link for that? Is that what that just was? I don't have anything set up on YouTube yet. I'm like, oh my God, how do I do anything on here? You don't have to do that, pal. That's super kind of you. You are such a big supporter of my Twitch content. Like, thank you. Thank you. I'm very grateful for that. You don't got to do that, though. But I will say thank you. It's extremely nice of you. Thank you, Romeo. My goodness. Can't get outplayed with all the alerts. Well, I heard an alert and I'm like, but what? I don't have anything set up. And suddenly I'm like, do I have a link here? I didn't know what was just happening there. Fox Knight, how you doing, bud? Oh, by the way, chat, I have no idea how the quality of YouTube streams looks. How is our actual, like, video quality and everything looking? How is our audio sounding? I don't know what the bitrate conversion is or restrictions for YouTube. This lightning storm is busting up my rhythm. Oh shit. I gotta remember, I can't like swear here. I'm gonna get in trouble. YouTube's like, I gotta make extra use of my roadcaster. I can't say anything like or can't say any of those things on YouTube as far as I know. I gotta be careful. I would say Twitch is a bit crisper, but this is good. I mean, I think we might even be having a problem on it. So basically, at the start of the stream, we my microphone was off, and I didn't know that. And and it was like that for probably like 5 or 6 minutes without me knowing. And then Steg shows up, and he's like, "Your microphone's not coming through." It's not, I'm like, oh man, well, one of the big things about streaming on YouTube is that apparently VODs are watched a lot more and they're monetized. And so I'm thinking like, oh, well, crap, someone's gonna like check out my first stream and it's gonna be amateur hour over here with me like, boop, 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 but not actually like saying anything. So I just opted to take the stream down and relaunch it. But now I have an error on my end and it says like, we don't think you're correctly connected to YouTube. Are you using the right stream key? But the analytics are also doing like what they're supposed to be doing. It says, YouTube is not currently receiving data for this stream. If you believe this is incorrect, ensure you're sending a stream and that it is configured with the correct stream key. But clearly we're here. Clearly we're talking. Clearly we are, streaming. But maybe it's like one of those TikTok situations where it's like, yeah, well, you're actually shadow banned yourself for this stream and only the people from Discord are gonna find you. You know? But at the same time, I guess that can't be correct because the link works. Schrodinger's key, that's right. I wonder, you know what? Okay, so here's a question. I don't expect any of you guys to know that. I was gonna... Oh god, as part of like being a variety caster on Twitch, I'm used to like crowdsourcing information. You know, like if I need to find an answer to something, I'll ask chat to be interactive. I don't know if there's a bitrate restriction on this. I don't know if I can crank my settings, or not. Choker of tempering blows. There's too much stuff on my inventory. Alright. Over to here. Exploit glyph. Going home. Okay. Clearly we are clearing a dungeon. Yes, that is what we were doing. This is basically my out. My way to play Diablo and
I'll take it.
not be, you know, sad when it obviously isn't everyone's cup of tea on Twitch. And I've never played a Diablo game or anything like this, so I can't really expect people to really be used to me doing stuff like this either. Google says that YouTube has 51K bitrate for streams? For streams. Yo, I've got like fiber internet. I could push that quality out on YouTube if possible. Hold on a second. That's only like, what, 10 times almost what I can do on Twitch? Let's see, hold on a second. Burned steak pop rocks? Hey, Zenza. Good to see you, bud. All right, at the risk of getting banned or something, I'm gonna crank this up to 45,000 bitrate to start. Up from 6,100, which is higher than you're supposed to do on Twitch anyways, but I'll do it anyways. Okay, we'll see if we start lagging. Let me know if we start lagging or if you guys start stuttering. Or if the quality of the picture changes. Check it out on source. 1610! Is there another radius increase for the glyph after level 15? At 21, it goes further out as well. Or so people have told me. That's the other thing too. I've got to gain credibility in these communities. How can I be expected to be a respectable build person if I don't know everything about everything? Get rid of use and use. Oh, wait. Distant enemies, all stats, dodge chance. Nah. 812. Damage reduction from distance. All fortified, armor. Not my build. But if we do wind up going tankier, I could see re-rolling that life regeneration and trying to get something else tankier. Problem is that, like, our existing pants are just so perfect for our build. It's like, and actually, no, wait, that's the thing. I can't deviate away from it. I need those 3 ranks of leap. Otherwise, the cooldown is not enough for me to do Leap Quake with the infinite chain that you guys are seeing in my videos when I do that. Solution. Video bitrate range. Oh, so it's not 45,000? It's 18,000 max? I should probably change that then. Are we stuttering? The bitrate range is 4,500 to 9,000. But I'm allowed to go up as high as 50,000 on YouTube. By the way, did the picture improve on the stream when we swapped it over? It should have updated probably. Maybe reroll one of the stats and hope for leap. Oh man, that would be a fine thing to do. Looks wicked smooth. Gotcha. So yeah, I'm a lord of Nerd Town, and I don't pick up all the loot because I want to get basically back into the dungeon and leveling my stuff. This might be a crappy one. Poison's gonna kick my butt. I know Dr. Lupo does a high bit rate. Dr. Lupo just might have a little bit of preferential treatment on YouTube, maybe Lighthawk. Yeah, Dr. Lupo. I just missed the world boss, BTW. See, this is what happens when I don't have you guys telling me that something's going on. I miss out. When I don't have you guys literally hand-holding my everything that I do in this game, I fall to pieces. Look, I didn't even have an elixir on for that whole dungeon that I was doing. Pathetic tangent. Pathetic. Did a bunch of poison resist potions for that one, then I ran out of bone. Oh no. Bone dust? I haven't made too many elixirs in a while, admittedly. I probably should. And again, for those of you guys who are joining us, I made a build called Leap Quake. It's apparently an archetype that existed in older Diablos. I haven't followed a guide for this build. It's entirely made by me. I didn't consult anything, except, of course, crowdsourcing our wonderful community chats when we've been streaming some content for it. So it's definitely not completely optimized yet. We're still working on it, but every single day we're making improvements, getting discoveries, and of course this week with the patch they buffed Leap Quake, and it's a good time to be checking it out. And the best part about it too is that it's still not good enough. It's awesome though. Like it's not gonna impress or make people that are wanting to do like tens of like if you're someone who's clearing like Uber Lilith with, you know, 10 million hits every single time, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite there yet. But I'm willing to struggle bus as far as I can go with it too. So again, it might be really easy to think that this build really doesn't do much damage. It actually does a lot of damage. It just doesn't do as much as some of the meta ones out there. And most of the time when you see me playing, I'll probably be fighting things that are at least 10 levels above me or somewhere in that range. 8 to 10, if possible. But I'm someone that's always valued fun and functionality. So if I can have both, that's the dream, really. Cyrus, good to see you, my friend. My goodness, we're getting more people from the community here than I thought we would see. It's an honor to see you all here, by the way, guys. Like honestly, like I'm not trying to be negative or anything. I had no expectation that literally anybody from the Twitch side would have an interest in coming over and chilling with this. So I want you guys to know that, especially on my very first time doing this on YouTube, it just means the world to me. I am feeling very warm and fuzzy and regarding you all very fondly. And thank you for being here on this first time trying something different in 10 years, you know? Because there's a whole lot of games over the years that we've played that we've said, hey, it's just not a good fit to keep playing it on Twitch. You know? Like, there's a handful of games I can think of, including stuff like Monster Rancher, where I don't really care if it does well on YouTube. It allows me to play it and have fun with it without damaging the analytics of my established full-time career streaming on Twitch. So this is all intended to be like a bonus after party. If it does turn into something bigger than that, hell yeah, I'm all for it. But for right now, it's just an outlet for me to have some fun, hang out with people that also want to just kind of like have some fun, and that's kind of it. It's kind of it. Like, I'm not even sure if you guys in the chat are even all that interested in Diablo, but I'm really excited to see you guys here. So again, thank you for that. I didn't know you were streaming till I checked Discord myself. Yep, I mean, like, I didn't really do too many announcements about it. I probably should fire one off on Twitter real quick though. Geez, I don't even know how to link. Is it just my YouTube page that you go to, or is there a separate video you have to click on? It looks like it's a separate video you have to click on, and it's got its own thumbnail. I gotta admit, having thumbnails for a stream is actually kinda cool. Okay, so I've got this. I'll copy this link. Let me fire it on out on over here. Leap Quake. Bang for a bit. Alright. There we go. And we continue on. Your home page is a video. This is live on it. That's what I had to click on. That's nifty. That's gnarly. I can't even believe that there's 51,000 bitrate on this damn thing. That's gotta look crispy as hell. Let me see. Settings. Let me see. Can I see my own HD stream? I'm probably gonna kill my own feed if I do this. Yeah, that ain't looking so bad. That's looking pretty crisp. Moo! Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Moo and Presto and Warlock. I haven't really talked to you guys about YouTube related stuff because I never wanted to make the assumption that you guys would want to be modding over here. This is always intended to be kind of like a casual thing. If you would like, I don't even know if there are moderators on YouTube. I'm sure there is or something like that. If you would like to, I would love to have you. I have absolutely no expectation and no obligation to put on you guys for anything, whether you choose to do something like that or not. So, it's awesome seeing you, Moo. Thank you for all that you do. Real MVP in the chat right there. You know, my mod team on Twitch. So many years of putting up with my I can't see you back there, wretched fallen shaman. All right. Okay. I don't know if this is bad or not. YouTube is giving me warnings on the dashboard. They're saying the stream's current bitrate is 47,754. It is higher than the recommended bitrate, which is 4,500. It's a suggestion. It says my stream health is also excellent and I'm having no latency issues. Do I turn it down? See, that's the question. I don't know if it's making it harder for you guys to watch me. I don't know if having, like, on Twitch, there was a whole thing about having a worse bit rate because it made it so that people that had lower internet connections would have a hard time watching. I think... I mean, so my internet in my country is a bit of an anomaly. Like, we're only really finally starting to get fiber internet in the US in certain places. Like, in my city, I was the first person in the city to have fiber internet. And it required hiring a construction crew to come out and tear up the streets to install the fiber line. And other people could benefit from it. But I actually have the fastest internet in my city. And I've got about, like, I don't know, even having 1 or 2 gig upload is like 400,000 higher than the national average. At least it was a while ago, or so the speed checker was informing me, which is gnarly. 900 is top recommended for 1080p. I'll try doing that because I think what we're doing right now is certainly overkill, and it might be making it harder for other people to connect. Possibly. Which is also 3,000 higher than Twitch allows, so How you doing, by the way, Zixie? Let's see. Oh, goodness. Up to here. I have absolutely no lag, no fuzziness. Your stream here is way clearer than on Twitch's for me. Interesting. Lower internet connection users would just have to lower the resolution, which they probably already do. Well, I'll let it go on the wild side for right now and see how the clarity goes. And I said wild side, but I just turned it down. I'm gonna go with the 9,000 for right now, and we'll see how if we just notice anything different. Again, it's stream number 1. I wasn't expecting anybody to be in here, so it's hard for me to tell whether or not the bit rate makes it harder for people to connect. You know, on Twitch I hear like we're stuttering. Yeah, Zixie, I know that's the recommended one, but I'm trying to figure out, like, if I'm capable of cranking out... No! Distraction! If I'm capable of cranking out 40,000 bitrate, is there any detriment to me doing that on YouTube? Is there any reason for me not to do it? YouTube's like, your bitrate's really high. We suggest you turn it down because it could have consequences. But then it says your stream health is perfect. No problems. I don't know. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, are they saying that's an optimal range and that's as high as you really need to go for that? Or can we do other things, basically? Come here! Dude, this poison hits hard. Good thing I got my Quake boots on. Who are these? Oh, there's a freaking shaman over here that I didn't even see. Well, great. So polluting the battlefield with all of these earthquakes using cooldown reduction. Oh, give me that. Alrighty. Oof, I rolled a bad nightmare dungeon. Monsters are exploding on kill and it damages me. Oh man. Some of those are rough for this build that I'm doing too, because like you gotta be in the thick of it. You gotta be stomping on heads left and right. Go over 9,000. Let YouTube feel your power. Okay. Where do you think you're going? Come here. I'm not done with you yet. Oh shit, you're doing a lot of damage though. Wait a minute. How about you heal all that up? What happened? Is he vampiric? I didn't see the effects on him. Vampiric, electrified, lightning enchant. That's gonna be great. Let me kill the shaman first. Ugh. Alright, now it's just you and me. And my lack of a basic attack, which feels really weird at times, like I was saying before. Okay. This build's so much fun. And again, if anybody's new to our channel, or if you're here to like learn about Leap Quake, we do have some videos on my YouTube page that might be a good information source for you. Feel free to use that, and thanks for stopping in. The cooldown reduction to Iron Maelstrom has just been so good. It's just been so nice. Violent, though. Violent. I'm getting a little nervous, though, too, chat. As we get closer to the end of our Paragon board, I'm like, okay, we're gonna need to do some real nitty-gritty stuff if we're gonna want to get through the dungeons that we want to get through. Is Leap Quake any relation to Quake Arena? I don't... Steggy, you do lots of puns, and so I don't know if that's a serious question or not. So I don't think so. I'll answer it like it's a serious question, but I don't think so. Yeah, lots of... Oh, we're frozen. Get out of there. Get out of there. Hey, Ghost. Get out of here. You, kick. Oh, frozen. Unbreakable! That's why we got rid of the basic skill. I'm finally using a shout that gives unbreakable or unstoppable for the first time. I keep calling it unbreakable. I don't know why. I do it in all my videos too, and I'm just like, you sound like a chump tangent. You don't even know what you're talking about. I'm making videos and I'm calling my skills the wrong words and everything, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just jump on people. I just don't know. Let's see. And the Cheese Quake Blizzard from Dairy Queen? Hey, Danny McPeak, good to see you, bud. The very same. By the way, what's up with this Grimace shake that I'm hearing about from McDonald's? What is it? Is it sour? Is it gross? All I hear is that when people get served one, they're told good luck, and I don't know what that means. Hey, Corey, what's up, bud? With the Tang High, more people from our community. By the way, there's a number of people in here that have different names than they have on Twitch. I do apologize if I, over the course of my time on here, confuse you with someone else or forget that you are that person. But I'm thrilled to see you guys here. I really am. Thank you very much. This toothpaste tasting shamrock shake. Oh. Is it like a mint milkshake? I never really thought of that, but a mint milkshake probably does taste like toothpaste if it's thick enough, huh? Let's see. Whoop. What I really would like to experiment with, I would really like attack speed. Like, ever since I you know, had that channeling shrine moment of euphoria, when it was just like, boom, 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 boom. Over into the strength node over here. Then we're gonna get down into the berserking node. We don't need berserking duration because our uptime for berserking is literally 100% and it never ends so long as we're jumping. Which does mean that it ends. But it's enough clickbait that I'm willing to ride with it. Basically. Oh, jeez. Ow. Times like now, though, when I'm not positioning myself between things and not hitting multiple targets, making it hard on myself. Rip that ultimate. Oof. Into the corner. See, and then I run out of cooldowns. And I run out, and I'm like, I gotta wait. Then we kick, and then we get back to it. All right. And while standing in any of these earthquakes, we're dealing bonus damage. I'm kind of like tentatively working on like this build that I'm calling Fear Quake, which, I mean, it's not really much of a build difference, but it's utilizing the Butcher's Cleaver, because our lucky hit on Leap is so high, it's 66% base. As you guys can see, like when you see the little skull icon above them, they're running in fear. I'm kind of rationalizing that rather than stacking armor, which I hear is not gonna cut it at like Nightmare 90 and stuff like that, and what have you. I'm banking on maybe if I just prevent them from doing damage, that would be better than soaking it. So we'll see. Whoops, I went the wrong way, and now I pulled 2 clusters, and that's okay. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna roll with it. Oh goodness! Looks like I'm seeing juicy targets. Get that. Oh. Running out of potions though. The poison's adding up. Isolation. Hold still, succubus. You harpy. Give me that nightmare dungeon. Whoop, hey. I need, you know, as much as fun as I'm having with controller, I'm beginning to think that I'm gonna need to start doing keyboard and mouse. Because I don't think I'll play any better with it. I think I'll play better with controller personally, but I'm missing out on those longer range leaps. You know? I'm missing out. How are you still alive? Okay, there we go. Jeez. Jeez. Hey, Battlesy, what's up, bud? Good to see you over here. This is my first ever stream anywhere but Twitch ever. And that's in 10 years. Good to see you, my friend. How does PC make it go longer? Is this what you can see? So, like, I'll show you. Watch this. So from here, that's leaping like that. If I do this, apparently, if you have an ultra-wide monitor, it scales to however wide your monitor is. So that's the reason why I'm thinking about swapping it up, is because we could be having a lot more fun, I think. But I hate keyboard and mouse for this game. I'm a new Diablo player. The controller is what's making this really work for me, and I'm not sure how I would handle the combo on keyboard and mouse. I have no practice with it. I'd have to try. Now, if there is a target on screen, I can jump that far. But you don't need a target to do that with keyboard and mouse. True about teleportation for Sork, and your horse apparently runs faster the further your mouse cursor is away from your character. Yep, that as well. So for me, I have a Samsung Odyssey G9 ultra-wide monitor that I never use because it's awful for streaming most games. And it's made me think, like, you know, if it's true, I need to try it for the memes. Like, because supposedly Leap and Teleport is coded in such a way that if you have an ultra-wide monitor, clicking further away on the screen results in a complete functional increase in range. And I feel like there's too much potential to try that. You love the controller yourself? Me too. Hey, I didn't even realize that was the end of the dungeon. Sweet. Sweet. Another one for the books. Hey, I don't even need to kill you right now. What is this, pride? I don't have any of that. Stay out of my bubble. Yeah, you stay out there. Too much loot. Don't even care. All right. Bum. Tatariantia? I actually don't know what you're saying. Ungrateful, nah lean, wit, though, lean on, dude, Q to lean. Dang, understand it, was just different, can see. I have no idea what you're saying, bud, but I like your energy. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Let's see where we're going now. Heading on down to here. While I'm here as well, let me see. Interesting that I can do this over here. So again, Moo, no pressure. You know, just I'm gonna give this to you while you're here. You as well, Meow, but I'm gonna give you guys like mod. Like I don't have any mods in here, so just gonna put that in. Again, no obligation for anybody to do modding for this. This is more of like a bonus thing, but figured I would at least give that to you. Sounds like Boomhauer. Oh, I'm grateful now, lean with the lean, dude, and cute, lean, dang, understand it. Making a difference, just understand, can't see, cute. God dang it. Know what I'm saying? Where am I going now? Selling stuff. I seem to remember there was an episode of King of the Hill where Boomhauer talked like really slowly. Not like, you know, I know he did like a really slow, exaggerated one time, but like he had a normal voice. Like his voice wasn't always that way. That might be making that up though. Let's see. Boo boo, anarchy is over. Right. Alright. Lean creates an earthquake. 1300. Nope, not good enough.
Matched.
Not good enough. Get out of here. Go ahead and sell.
Why not?
I'm not even gonna check what you are, because I just want to get back in a dungeon and kill some stuff. So I'm just gonna knock you on out of here. There we go. I didn't even check what that was. Gulran Canals. Oh, this is apparently a terrible dungeon. I was looking at it. There's apparently a tier list for like how many or like what dungeons you should be doing for like the best mob diversity and density. Apparently, like the dungeons that I frequent are like the worst you can do. So, you know, me, right? I don't know. That was the episode when they were at the fire station and they need to recall the story, how the fire started. Boomhauer's memory is that he talks normal and the other is gibberish. Oh, that is the one. That is the one. Yep. Did on the nanny too. Fran used her normal voice for an episode. Don't ask how I know that. Leave me alone. Did you know, King Steggy, that she is... Oh, this is a bad dungeon. Why did I pick this one? I chose the Arachnid Horror Dungeon. What a fool. I apparently also chose Avenger. That's okay. We'll just leap everywhere. That's what we're here for. I also see that I did not refill my potions. So that's funky. Damn. Oof. So for people also who've been you know, in my comments section on YouTube, there's been a lot of requests for my build to be formalized on like max roll, and I'm gonna do that this weekend. I've basically been trying to commit myself to like finishing a couple of videos, get this stream under my belt, and kind of like have it going, and seeing how we feel about all of that. See, like that, like I was able to do a max jump there without keyboard and mouse. think you are? So many, like, extra enemies that spawn into other enemies. I can easily see why this is not a preferred dungeon. She's the president of the SAG or something, if that's where you were going. I'm glad you finished that statement because I got distracted and forgot my train of thought, but that was what I was about to say. I was really surprised to hear that she's like the leader of SAG, or the president of it, or something like that. Kick. Pop. Kick and pop. A little bit of lag there. Little bit of lag there. There we go. And for you Diablo fans out there, I saw that a confirmed drop of the grandfather is in the wild, and it rolled pretty well. Not maximum, but pretty well. The head of the Writers Guild is someone you'd never expect either. Team America ruined me on the Screen Actors Guild. I too have unironically accidentally called it the Film Actors Guild as well. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. Yeah. I've had to realize as well that that is not it. Oop. That's a lot of spiders. Good thing I got my squishing boots on. Bum ba-dum bum ba-dum 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 dum. Ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum da-dum bum. Okay. Ice stinging a little bit. Why? Why? Because I can't. You spend too much time in the chair. Your body's telling you. Here we go. Sleeping, smashing. Just having a good time, palling around. Woo! Oh, that's the dungeon? That's it? That was wicked quick. That wasn't bad at all. Whatever. I'll dig it. Get that exploit glyph going. Yeah, you guys stay away. I'm in my safe bubble now. Your body's telling you to get out and leap. And leap. Alright. Got that, got that. Got that. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Limitless Rage. I should probably at least break these down. That was pretty fast. That went pretty well. It did. All right. Over to here. Got this. claimed Adam Conover was the leader of WGA, but he's not.
Got a score to settle?
Yeah, I got a score or two to settle. What's it to you, lady? Upheaval. Yeah, so I basically just want to just efficiently get in, hang out for a bit, crush some dungeons, have some fun. That's all. All right. Over to here. The grind continues. Here we go. How do we unlock YouTube Super Chats? I have no idea. This is my first time streaming on YouTube, and I have no idea how any of this works, and I'm scared. Oh, then I'm lagging, apparently, as well.
Hello.
Hello. I don't even know what a super chat is. Are you partnered on YouTube? I actually got partnered a couple of weeks ago. After 10 years of putting, the occasional VOD on stream, I actually finally put forth an effort to get some watch time on my videos. They just nerfed all the requirements to get partnership, which is good for everyone else, of course, but you know, we got in under the gun towards the end with the old requirements. But but you know what? As part of me being a newbie at this, I forgot to monetize this stream. So, I don't know what that means. I will say this though, it is pretty cool that YouTube has skippable ads for their streams and stuff like that. You should have the ability to enable all that kind of stuff then. Oh, I probably do. I'm just saying I don't know what it is. I'm saying I physically I am so unaccustomed to using YouTube. I don't even know what a super chat is. I think it's like a sub or a bit or something equivalent. Oh, thanks, Battlesy. I appreciate that. I saw that there was all sorts of stuff you could offer incentives to your viewers and whatnot. And I'm I don't know how to do any of this. You need to look into that. Let's see. Yo, did thorns just trigger fear? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on, hit me. It does! Yo, that's also pretty cool. I didn't know that. That's great. Ooh, that was a big crit. Whatever that was, it was big. Just gonna crush you in the corner here. Beautiful. Alrighty. Up to here. And again, if anyone has any questions about how this build operates, feel free to ask. I am literally here to help people who are trying to crack this build. Crunch. All right. I don't think I have the key to that. I've been killing things, but I haven't been picking things up, so let's head on over here. Ruh-roh. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Let's see here. Hey! Hey, Battlesy, thanks for stopping in, bud. Means a lot to me, pal. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. So, before you go, Battlesy, unless you've already left, are you more active on YouTube or Twitch? Because I'm pretty sure you do like uploads for your Warhammer content, but I'm not sure what's your bigger focus, I guess, is what I'm asking. See, if I was using keyboard and mouse, I would make that jump a lot easier. I'm gonna have to consider it. I'm gonna have to. There's just too much jumpy fun to have. Aw, man, you see what happened? I used my shout before I wanted to. Oh, that was it? That was the area? Okay. Corey, were you asking, like, how do we unlock super chats as, like, like, you want to stream and you want to know how it is, how it's done, or were you asking if I just know how to do it for my own benefit? Because I thought I had it set up on my dashboard, but maybe I don't. At any rate, like, I'm not too in a rush to, like, jam the monetization on this stream, so something that I could just do for next time. Hey, Face Tat Joe, what's up? I'm level 83 currently, working towards getting some level 21 glyphs, working on exploit right now. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. And of course, we're working on our Leap Quake build, which is our single-minded focus. In support for you? Oh, that's very kind of you, pal. I'll make sure to have that set up coming up. I'm still, you know, admittedly, it's more important for me to, like, figure out how to do a good job on here before I'm, you know, making it possible to really throw support our way. I appreciate you wanting to do that. And I'll get on that. But for right now, we're just gonna chill out and enjoy some Leap Quake and have some fun. These guys are all wandering away, though, and it's making me not able to jump on them in a degree that's easy or effective. A lot of retreats going on. Get back over here! Come here! You animals! Ah! Okay. I'd kind of maybe even want to consider putting Death Blow on my build. I gotta figure out where I would budget it, though. Oh, okay, so they're not getting knocked back. I'm just gonna jump on top of them, stack those quakes, and they just start to melt them. Where are you going? Oh, you got fear. That's what's happening. There we go. I love this build so much. I'm really hoping that we're able to keep the improvements going. Every day it gets better. Every day we make progress towards harder dungeons, and our build isn't even fully done yet. We don't even have max aspects for what we're doing here. We just spent so much time rolling and re-rolling and farming money to get the necessary cooldown reduction to even get this build online. And that's been like the really big challenging part. It's, you know, it was a lot of fun in the earlier days of building this. But it was frustrating as well because it was very evident that my damage was really not doing that great. Even by meta build standards, you know, we're not putting up numbers like you see in, you know, Whirlwind or Three Shout variants of some other popular builds. But after a couple of improvements, we basically found that, like, you know, not only is the cooldown like perfectly viable, but we were able to. I should probably grab that potion, huh? Probably grab that potion. That dot damage is crazy, and the part about that though is it's not technically a dot; it's technically direct damage, I believe, because it's not like a status effect when they get hit by it, so it benefits from stuff that deals damage that's not dot related. Was it hard getting damage out of leaping? It was at first, simply because it was a, you know, all of my focus was on cooldown reduction. So when I finally got those pieces in order, you know, we started getting like a cooldown piece here that had good rolls, a cooldown piece there that had good rolls. It was a little tricky, but once I got my exploit glyph and started diving into Paragon and began realizing, you know, the Diablo buckets of damage to dip into sort of thought process, I realized, oh, okay. So stacking up vulnerability, core damage. I'm sorry, not core. Vulnerability, close, crowd control, slowed, stunned. Those are the main bread and butter of it. So all of that stuff kind of like comes together. All of our attacks, all of our leaps make the quakes everywhere, which have the enhanced damage with the aspects. But we also have a great passive that gets slept on because it's, you know, it's a brawling skill. A lot of people don't care about that. But Battle Fervor, when a brawling skill damages at least one enemy, gain berserking for 3 seconds. We literally have 100% uptime for berserking. It doesn't end so long as we're jumping. So we get all of the benefits, 25% increased damage and 15% increased movement speed. And so we actually got rid of Walking Arsenal for Unconstrained. Increases Berserk's maximum duration by 5 seconds and increases its damage bonus by 25%. So we have constant uptime of even more severe bonuses. So it's basically something where we've got a couple things going on. And there are some people in my comment sections for my guide videos that bring up a couple of pretty good points about alternate things I could try, but they are also things that I've already done. So, like, for example, over here, check out this pole arm. Core skills deal direct damage. Wow, use your words. Each time a core skill deals direct damage to an enemy, your next charge or leap deals 400% increased damage up to 600%. So for me, I was using this until we got an axe to drop. I'm kind of waiting to get another Veteran Brawlers one to put on it. But that 600% comboing with Edgemaster, among other things, is really, really, really potent. So what basically happens is if you're lucky enough to get an overpower while leaping with that, we've at level 79 we did 2.6 million damage with a crit leap against something that was level 95 or 96. So there's certainly more burst potential that we can do for sure. I got that Giant Stride aspect last night, and I've had a lot of the other aspects. I'm bored with Whirlwind. I've been thinking about trying this out. I'm right there with you, pal. I was leveling with Whirlwind, and I was having a great time. Is your Giant Stride at 5 seconds by chance? Giant Stride at 5 seconds is really, really, really one of the best things that we can do. Supposedly, I don't know if this is true or not, but someone in my comment section said that you can get this up to a maximum of 11 seconds. If that's true, that's bonkers, and that will open up the build for a lot more people. I thought 5 was the maximum on this. So basically, for those of you guys who are here, since we've got someone like Face Tat Joe who's looking for ways to like keep it online, we go with this so that we have the double, you know, every time we hit 2 targets. If you go look at my cooldown over here, at 8 ranks of Leap with 3 item contribution, the cooldown is at 9.73. So because with the Ring of Giant Strides gives us 5 cooldown reduction per target hit, maximum of 9, that 0.73 seconds is all that's left over. But for whatever reason, the calculation in the game makes it so that it rounds down to 0 and you can instantly leap. So for me, I have 22.7% cooldown reduction, 8 ranks of Leap, 5 ranks of Kick. The Ring of Giant Strides at 5 seconds per target hit. And of course, Ground Stomp resetting Leap's cooldown, as well as Kick. Originally, I did this just to make it so that I had extra leaps. I fell in love with Kick since then, and I've been using it ever since. I even actually replaced my basic attack with Rally and Cry rather than get rid of Kick. That's how much I'm enjoying it. And again, you know, it's like, I don't have enough knowledge in the game just yet to know whether or not this build can compete with some of the meta top ones. I'm guessing it can't right now. But here's what I will say. I don't think this build's at any risk of being nerfed anytime soon, even with the buffs that they just gave us. They gave us a small buff. I think we're more likely going to be seeing a lot of our things get buffed before too long. And it's a big net gain. On that topic too, by the way, here is the other, Edge Masters is an excellent Leap Quake one. So basically, if you read the tooltip, it says skills deal up to, well, I have a bad one on here. I gotta get a better one on here. I'm contemplating putting it on a two-handed sword. But Edge Masters, I had it at 20% before, and I've since replaced a weapon, and I gotta get another good one. It's permanent uptime. Like, skills deal up to 20% increased damage based on your available primary resource when cast, receiving the maximum benefit when you have full primary resource. So for me, with Leap Quake, I generate 40 rage with the tier 3 leaps talent. You know, it makes it so that you generate 40. Is it per enemy? Or I think it's if you hit at least one. Let me double check that, by the way. If leap damages at least one enemy, gain 40 fury. So yeah, within 3 leaps, you are at maximum and exceeding fury. So after your 3rd leap, it's permanent uptime of 20, 30% increased damage for all of your leaps, all of your kicks, all of everything. So it works really well because it doesn't spend resources to do that. Yep. You're finding some pretty high item level stuff. That's basically what I'm kind of discovering. And not only that, but we keep getting uniques. We've gotten 17 uniques in the last 4 days. It's been crazy. I don't know what I'm doing right. I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't even all of them. You know? But, like, what I would love to be able to do is use Temerity, which we just got in the Fist of Fate. But unfortunately, if I replace my pants, I no longer have the cooldown reduction necessary to make my build work as it currently is. So it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. But like it made me realize that this build is not easy to build. To have the infinite Quake that I have. Like, you can certainly do an optimized rotation of juggling kick and ground stomp and having pretty good cooldown reduction anyways, but it's a pretty fragile combo. Like, if it's gonna be online and going nuts, it's gotta have that perfect cooldown. And replacing these 3 ranks of Leap destroys it, unfortunately. I leveled an alt using Leap Quake, using Kick to Fury Dump. The new buff to Earthquake and Kick have been crazy good for the build. So yeah, that was something that I was also thinking about doing. I had thought about going back and trying Power Kick because of the buffs and testing it out and doing my due diligence for that. I found, for whatever reason, and it might have been before I had the perfect cooldown thing going, I found that it was interrupting my interrupting the build, and I couldn't really put my foot on it. But not only that, but Kick no longer knocking enemies back, as useful as that is, it also kind of ruined the fun a little bit for me. I kind of get a thrill out of kicking people around and leaping to them and stuff like that, you know? Hey, Danny McPeak, how you doing, bud? Good to see you, Draymac. Let's see. Yeah, it's 5 seconds, and I watched your video yesterday, so I was like, it's a sign. Love it. Love it. And fun is the meta. I got a 40% Edge Master in a 0.3 Ramaladni's I've been using to level. It's been crazy strong. Oh, Blaze, were you one of the people that commented this on one of my videos? There was someone that had mentioned Ramaladni's. I got one myself over here, and I was really enjoying it. I was using this with Edgemaster, and I was having really good results with it. But what I'm kind of experimenting with right now is Butcher's Cleaver, because at high, you know, I've tested as high as Nightmare 51, and I was kicking its ass, but getting blown up by crowd control. So when it comes to like being defensive in this game, I've been hearing from a lot more higher level players that hit points, armor, resistance doesn't matter at Nightmare 100, Nightmare 90, and whatnot. You're just gonna die. So I'm trying to steer myself in a direction that looks for other ways to prevent damage without armor and stuff like that. So I'm looking into fear. I'm looking into more crowd controlling options. It's making me have to take a bit of a hit on damage. And that's kind of like what I was kind of like trying to rationalize when talking to some of the people in the comments, is having to explain that the build feels at times like it might be taking a step backwards as we test stuff, because we, you know, do less damage, but we get more survivability. So I am doing less damage than I was doing before, but I am clearing higher tier dungeons. You know, like tier 37 was the highest we went for a while, and now I can survive pretty handily and farm the 40s, not without much difficulty. So it's been good. Biosip, good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Hope you're well. I'm gonna need to get some like YouTube assets. I've only got like outros for Twitch. Want to buy more clusters. Iron Maelstrom though, just so good. Oop, missed. See, but then there's times like now when I you know, my stuff's on cooldown and I don't have a basic attack and it feels rotten. I just miss the ability just to swing my weapon for no reason other than swinging it. Let's see. Made to tier 22 to 25 solos myself at level 66. Cool! Yo, that's pretty dope. What build you running? I've been thinking about charge, jump for more unstoppable as well, resetting leap more often versus solo or bosses. Does charge have a functionality that resets leap? I thought it was a... Oops. Damage by kick or charge will explode. Is this what you're talking about? I don't think I saw one that does charge resetting the cooldown, unless I'm misunderstanding you. Yeah, I know it's you, Zenza. I just wasn't sure if you were working on that same build or not. I thought you said that you had gotten a new piece of equipment, but the idea of respeccing was daunting. Or you weren't happy with a different shot build that you had tried. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Oh, nice. That's a lot of base power. But here's the question, Zenza. You having fun with it? Because that's what's important. That you're having fun with it. Never stop having fun, chat. Don't ever let the party die. All right, so I'm just gonna jump between these two. You see that though? Like you can, it looked like we were doing no damage to them at all, and then you just keep jumping, laying quake upon quake upon quake, stacking all of the damage as they overlap each other. And then eventually it reaches a critical mass, and then they just start dissolving. Have fun when it works. Rogue has a lot of APMs on it, which is fun, but so squishy because of lack of defensives. Sure. Yeah, I can hear. I bet. I mixed those up. Good thing I didn't already swap gear. Oh, the charge combination? I mean, I will say this. Charge is a fun skill. I love the idea of, like, charging someone into a wall, bashing them, dealing bonus damage. You may have just given me an idea, Blaze. Probably a bad one. But you've given me an idea. That is so interesting. The charge cooldown is so much lower than Rallying Cry. I only use Rallying Cry for Unbreakable. Blaze D Heart, it gets even better than that. It gets even better. Take a look at this. Is this the one you're talking about? Since the patch, we've got footage of us kicking for like 250,000 damage. We kick someone for 250,000 damage and they explode into people for like way more. But I'm glad that you brought up charge because base life as Fortify. Additional 2% base life each time you take or deal direct damage. You've given me something to test, Blaze. I might replace Rallying Cry with Charge. More offense, more mobility, and it's quicker than Rallying Cry. Enemies who are knocked back into terrain by Charge take damage and are stunned for 3 seconds. Cooldown reduction, 3 seconds, which would bring it down to 10 seconds. Damaging enemies with charge makes them vulnerable for 2 seconds. That, I got the exploit glyph, so I don't know if I really need that. I bet the power kick multiplier is crazy now. I feel the knockdown is pretty important. You know what? I literally have no reason why I can't try that right now. So, I mean, if I did that, that would mean getting rid of Hammer of the Ancients, though. Interesting. For the rage dump. Interesting, interesting. But power kick not knocking things back is gonna be weird. It is. Just a reminder for anybody who might be new to our content. You know, we're just kind of like getting started on YouTube. We've been making content on Twitch for a decade, and finally getting to do some video content here and making some. Oh, I'm so used to knocking things back, so it's not knocking it back. It's weird to me. So that's the big kick there. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. Charge is haunting my dreams a little bit right now. Get pants with +4 leap, charge, and kick all together. Lose a lot of defense, but it's pretty fun. With 2 brawlers amulets, that's +6 to 3 skills. Were you lucky enough to get that? I got 3 ranks to leap and kick on my pants, but unfortunately, I did not get the 4th level. So the problem that I'm having, that I'm seeing, is that against solo enemies, oh, is that a unique? Is that another 100,000 steps? It is. Item level 774. This item also haunts my dreams. It does. I have 3 of these now. And every single time I think I'm ready to move away from it, it draws me back in. It is a... Basically, it's a perfect item for our build, except for the fact that boots and amulets share incredibly potent slots for our build. If we have the 100,000 steps, we must put our boots enchantment on our amulet. And as you can see, our boots aspect that's imprinted does not have a numerical value. Therefore, we do not get the 50% bonus for it being on an amulet. And we don't get to have our own one on our boots after that. It's painful. It's so painful. But my goodness. My goodness. Exploit glyph up to level 17. Down here, 5% damage while berserking. I think over the next couple of times that you see us either streaming or making videos for this, you're going to see the damage really pop off. Because we are going to be getting 5, 10, 15%, 25%, 35% bonus overall damage while berserking, which with our build is 100% uptime so long as we're leaping and in combat, so. I have a +3 to all of them. I don't have a +4 though. Oh wow, that's cool though. +2 Brawler's Amulet, that's +6 to 3 skills. Very cool, very cool. All right, well everybody, it's 9 p.m. in my neck of the woods, and we've been streaming for somewhere in the area of probably about 2 hours. This was just originally just a testing stream to see, you know, how to do it. If you're new to my content, one, welcome, and thank you for being here. I'm working on more Leap Quake guides and videos and refining this, as well as other general barbarian strats. If that sounds interesting to you, hit that subscribe button. I also stream every day on Twitch, or at least 6 days a week, starting at about 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, and I go till about 5 p.m. My plan is to do a number of weekly YouTube streams, starting at about 7 p.m. Eastern time. Intended just to be fun. You know, Diablo's not really content that is suited for my Twitch channel. But I love the game, and I want to kind of like explore more of this Leap Quake build. So if you're having fun with this, or if you're finding it helpful, you know, consider subscribing and maybe coming to hang out every once in a while. I do have already 3 videos out regarding Leap Quake from the start of the build up to the buffs that came out in the most recent patch. If any of that sounds interesting to you, please go over and head over and check that out. All right? But with that said, I gotta get going. Thank you to everyone who stopped on in today and made this first stream just awesome. I really appreciate it. There will be more, and there will be a lot of fun content to be had. So hope you all have a good rest of your night. And if I don't see you this weekend, have a good weekend and stay safe. Make terrible decisions in good company. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.